ready to hit the like and share button on YouTube and Facebook. This is the Hot Rod Podcast with Ron Foreman and Brady Wright. We literally live, eat, and breathe cars. Hey, it is the 348th edition of the Hot Rod Podcast. I'm Brady Wright, my co-host Ron Foreman, president of the Washington State Radbasters Car Club, and longtime car show guy with absolutely never a fail, ever. And that's important. That's important.
Thank you.
Tonight, our guest is going to be Bob McLean, who is the CEO of Findlay Lexus in Spokane. And the reason we're having him on is it's about a car show, oddly enough.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day. It's a little early, but you may be watching this show later on. And if you are watching the show, whether it's on YouTube or on the Facebook page, thank you for watching. Please, like the page, like the show, and share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. But let's take a look and see what Bob's got to say.
Cool.
The Radbasters Car Club of Idaho loves a good time, and we'd rather build it than buy it. We're a family-oriented, nonprofit car club that welcomes all 1969 and older in the rough as enough, real steel and iron. We're all about old school, traditional hot rods and rat rods. We get together, we have fun, we help each other build, and we cruise like crazy because that's the way car clubs are supposed to be. The Radbasters of Idaho is a new class of old school. Our signature event is the Infestation Show every July. Check our Facebook page for location, time, and date. We're charter sponsors of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame and the Hot Rod Podcast. Join us at cruise-ins all over Idaho and Eastern Washington. Joining the club is easy. Just contact us through the club Facebook page or contact us at any event. Check us out on the Radbasters Car Club pages on Facebook. Well, as promised in our Sterling opening, with us tonight is Bob McLean. Bob is the CEO of Findlay Lexus in Spokane. And, of course, my co-host Ron Foreman is sitting there, as he always does. Ron is the Washington president of the Radbasters Car Club and an inductee into the Washington State Hot Rod Hall of Fame. If you lived in Idaho, I'd induct you into the Idaho Hall of Fame. But
well, thank you, sir.
So tonight, this is going to be kind of fun. We're doing a thing that we're recording this show for people who might see this on YouTube. We're recording this show in January. The event that we're going to talk about actually comes up in June of 2024 on Father's Day. And why are we doing it this early, you might ask? Because you can watch this show as many times as you want. I sincerely hope that the church and everybody else shares it so that they can see all the things about it. We're talking about the Valley Real Life Church Father's Day car show, and right off the bat, this show has been going on for a while. Bob, how long have you guys been doing the show?
This will be the 5th year.
Right, and every year, at least for the last 4 that I know of, it's gotten bigger. It's gotten
first year I think we started out with 30 cars. We didn't know what to expect, and and we were excited to see the 30, and a lot of people, from the church who already attended. But, we're hoping to have 200 plus this year. Last year, I think we were about 175, and,
pretty close,
it just keeps building, and we're excited about it. It's just a good, fun day.
It is a good, fun day. And
awesome.
You don't know this. I'll tell a little bit on Ron. Ron has been producing car shows in Western Washington for 18 years. I mean, a long time. And I know when he first started the club, they did a couple of shows and they had, 9 guys or something. And the annual event that the car club produces is called the Infestation. And it gets bigger and bigger every year. And last year, for the first time, Ron moved it from where it had always been in kind of the Seattle core area to quite a ways north. And it's still, how many was there last year, Ron?
Almost right at 100 cars first time. That's really cool. Really nice
move, not to mention through COVID. They rebuilt the thing, and it's just been great. So you got a car show expert here tonight.
I don't know about that.
Well, I certainly would say so.
I try.
I've done a few, but I think Ron's got me beat. One thing I wanted to make a point of, and Bob, you can kind of expand on this if you want. Most of the time, and Ron, I think Ron will concur, when you go to a car show as an exhibitor, you're going to bring your car, you're going to make sure, well, okay, this is the date. I'm going to set it aside on my calendar. I'll polish up the car or whatever, or, shine up the rust or whatever it is I'm going to do. And you expect to pay $25 or $30 per car. That's just kind of the standard fee that most people charge. There's no registration fee for the VRL car show, right?
No, it's free.
It's a free show for the
That's awesome.
spectators. It's a free
Cool.
show for the cars. It's a magnificent opportunity to go to. I mean, I gotta say something about the grounds. This show is in Spokane Valley, so it's a little bit east of the main body of Spokane. It's a real nice community, and it's in a wonderful pastoral kind of valley setting over there in the grounds of the church. And the grounds themselves, there's room for 300 cars over there. I mean, you seriously,
Oh yeah,
you put 300 cars, and the stage setting is great. The sound system has always been great, and you do a whole bunch of things just aside from the car show. There's food and things for the kids and activities and stuff. But one more time, it's free. It's free.
yeah.
And I heard that last year there was some celebrities that showed up, like
yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris showed.
We had a huge celebrity appearance last year. So I gotta tell this story. It's 2 seconds worth. My cousin Terry is one of the church members, and he's on the car show committee. And Terry has my sense of humor. So his wife Bev is a wonderful human being, and he was a food broker, and she has this life-size cardboard cutout of Chuck Norris. And so last year, just for a joke, she brought it, and we put it in the driver's seat of their car. And so, because I'm a wise guy, I said, at some point during the show, I said, it's not every day that we have a celebrity appearance at a car show like this, a regional, local car show. But today, we are pleased to have martial artist and legendary movie actor Chuck Norris is here at the show. And, I played this thing up for a while. And he's down the middle aisle. He's in the car. The security will let you come up there and see him. You can get, autographs and stuff. And last year, there was a group of bikers at the show exhibiting their Harleys, because there's motorcycles too. And they were like, where is he? So they went down. They went down all the way. They finally got there, and they're looking right at the car. And then they realize that this cutout is sitting there. And they turned around and looked at me and went,
hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. It was amazing how many people wanted their picture taken with Chuck Norris.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well,
that's awesome.
Subsequent to that, Terry and Bev and I got together, with my wife, and we said, listen, have you got any more cutouts? Anything else you got? Because that was a good gig. I could do that again, just for the fun of it.
That's classic.
So I'm going to have Bob tell us a little about during the day. The show, officially sort of starts about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. But at the registration, I mean, you can open the gates at the church there and get in how early? 6:30?
Yeah, I mean, we say 7 o'clock, to start coming in, but usually there's people is waiting at 6:30 to start, parking. And that's what's nice about it is you're parking on grass. You're parking on grass, and so everybody loves that. And we take a lot of time in making sure that we've got good space between the cars. So you just pull in, somebody's there to, get you set up in the right spot.
Yeah.
If you're going to be, if you want to come in as a group, we just ask that you wait until the group gets there before you come in and for staging. But it goes pretty smoothly, and then you'll walk up to the registration if you haven't registered, and if you pre-registered, we got a line for you there.
So how many acres is it actually?
That we're parking the cars on? You're probably 5 at least.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
It's as big as a polo field, Ron. I mean, it's and it's the way it's laid out. You go past the church, come down through the parking lot, and then you come in at the bottom, essentially the bottom end of the field. And so there's plenty of room. I mean, it couldn't be any easier. And it's not a big dish. It's more or less flat.
Okay.
It's a little sloped, but not
nice.
Not bad. Yeah. So everybody's got a good spot. Everybody can see everybody. It's pretty tremendous. Now, of course, there's a reason besides just the show and all the other stuff, which we'll talk about in a bit. The church is having service. It's Father's Day, so it's Sunday, and they've always encouraged dads, bring your kids, bring your wife. It's a family.
Sure.
And there's 3 services during the morning there. I think, what is the first one, 7:30, Bob? I'm looking here.
Service at 8, 9:30, and 11.
Right. And so if you want to go
9:30,
to a
11.
service, you can. If you
Yep.
don't, you don't. But the church it's a real nice church. They have a coffee bar in the middle there. There's food. There's always been food trucks. Do you have an idea who's going to be showing up there for
Yeah,
food?
we're going to have the same, we've got Sedge's hot dogs, we got the tacos, we got Hawaiian shave ice this year, new. We've got some crepes, and so there's a
Great.
little bit of for everybody. We've got the new playground will be up and running.
Yeah.
Which is nice, and so
Yeah.
fun time for the kids, and yeah, it's just a good all around family fun day.
No kidding.
And
Awesome. Sounds
Now,
great.
last year you had, I think there were some inflatables, bounce house and stuff like that. You doing
Yep.
this thing this year?
We may not do the inflatables just because we got the new playground. That's,
Right.
I mean, it's a
Right.
nice playground. And so, give us more room for more cars. And we got the flyover, we've got the, the biplanes that come and do a flyover. And this year, I think we've had, well, I don't know if three, it's usually a father, son, and somebody
Yeah.
join them, but I'm hearing this year, there's probably going to be more than that. So,
Oh, that's great.
Like an air show?
yeah.
It's gonna
Uh-huh,
be like
yeah.
an air show?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been really cool. The first year, I think that I was there, maybe it was the second year, they were going to do some skywriting, and it's a lot of wind in the Spokane
Yeah.
Valley. So
Yeah.
they basically chemtrailed, and that was about it. You couldn't really read, but it was fun to see them. They did some aerobatics and stuff. A lot of fun. And
So whereabouts is the show at in Spokane? Whereabouts it can give people an idea, well,
Lost
how
you
to get there.
again.
so it's in Spokane Valley, which is technically a separate city, but it's sort of attached to Spokane. It's the east end of Spokane.
Okay.
Yep.
It's about, what do I want to say, 11 miles from the Idaho state line, maybe. I don't
Okay.
even know. I don't even know it's that far. But it's
So what's the exit number that you take it off the highway to go to the? Do you know that what that would be?
if you were on I-90
Right.
in either direction, you'd want to get off at Barker Road.
Okay, Barker Road.
Yeah.
And
And
head north.
pardon me?
Yep.
And then
South.
We head south.
Yeah,
Head south. Okay, see.
Yep.
South. Okay.
Yep. And I mean, if you get off on Barker Road and you go south, you really can't miss it, because
All right.
as soon as you go, it's about, what is it, 2 miles down there, maybe?
Yeah. Once you get up to the crest of the hill, you're going to look off to your left, and it's going to be right
Yeah.
down in there.
Great.
And we'll have somebody there to greet you and get you right,
Cool.
back
Yeah,
to where you
cool.
need to be.
People up there at the corner of the road, there's a big sign that says Valley Real Life Church, and you can see it off, to the left. You can't miss
Well,
it.
it's about 5 hours from where I'm at right now.
Right about, yeah. If you were coming over from Seattle, generally from center of city just for fun, it'd be about a 6-hour drive.
Okay.
You're farther east, so yeah.
Well, I'd be coming from like North Bend. I would
Yeah.
be coming like from North Bend, so it'd save like 40 minutes right there.
Yep, no doubt. And we've had people from as far west as Moses Lake. And we've got
Montana last year.
guys from Montana, guys from
Oh
Idaho.
wow, cool.
Oh yeah. It's you think, well, it's a church car show. It's a big deal. It's a great show.
Right on. Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is
Yeah.
a lot of fun, Ron. I mean, it really is. You should get some of the club guys and come over this year.
Should.
We had-
I'll see what I can do.
Last year, there was a club that had not been there before, as far as I know, at least not as a club. They're called the Dirty Bobs.
Oh.
And they asked ahead of the show if they could do the flag presentation. And we said, okay, you're going to do this? I mean, typically we'll do a pledge and we'll do, a prayer.
Sure.
But so they've got an expanding flagpole that's mounted on one of the cars. And they rode the thing up, and their sound system played the anthem. And then
right on.
pledged like over the PA. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Expected. I hope they come back
Cool.
this year.
Oh, for
I
sure.
hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It was great. And a lot of the local clubs, the Gents in Spokane, the Dukes rather, in Spokane, and a whole bunch of the other, Spokane and Northern Idaho clubs have gone. I know some of the guys from the North Idaho Rats and Customs are coming this year. And
Oh, Pharaohs are there. There's a Pharaoh.
Pharaohs, yeah, some of the Pharaohs guys have shown up too. And I hasten to say, motorcycles are part of this. So if you got a bike group, bring them, because we got judges who will do that as well.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, last year, one of the things that I wanted to do, Bob, and I didn't get a chance to do, was to get in for one of the services. You know, church, church is different from when I grew up. It's, I don't want to say it's more fun, but it is kind of, it's more entertaining. Let me do that. Valley Real Life is really a great church. They do a wonderful job, not only of just presenting the information, I mean, let's face it, we're there to increase the fellowship, for fathers and children and stuff. So it's really a good deal to bring not only dads and your kids, but everybody. And the church is great year round. It isn't just Father's Day. I mean, obviously it's an opportunity for the church to introduce themselves to new people. And
So let me interrupt you for a second there, Brady. Is Bob the pastor?
No,
nope,
No?
nope. We leave that to the experts.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Cool.
one of our pastors, one of the pastors is Brad Pesnell, and he's a great guy. He kind of takes lead on the show. There's some other pastors at the church as well.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, everybody, it's a family, but it's not like I hesitate to say this, but some people are worried about, church, like you're gonna get buttonholed and somebody's gonna grab your lapels and everything. Nah, it's just a bunch of friendly folks that can have a good time and enjoy
Right
it.
on.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. And
Cool.
like we said, the show's gotten bigger every year. I mean, there's some pretty amazing cars that show up and some vehicles. Oh, well, last year you had was it last year or the year before you had the racing go-karts there?
Yeah, we've had them the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there was a dragster that I think the first or the second year that I did
Yep.
it, who,
Yep.
Fired up at several times during the day.
Right.
Always fun
Cackle
to see.
Fest.
Yeah, Cackle Fest, a top fuel dragster. So it's kind of
Cool.
didn't go anywhere. They had it on blocks, but it was fun to hear it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really cool.
We've got awards, I think we hand out like 30 awards throughout the day, and we have, judges. The favorite is the Preacher's Award, where Brad will go out and pick the one car. But these are all custom made trophies by one of the men in the church, and they're unique. You're not going to get another trophy like this.
Nope.
Right on.
Yeah, they're fun
What
trophies.
are some of the categories?
Let's see. We've got, we do have, because, as Brady mentioned, we've got bikes. So we've got the best bike, best truck, best in show, best survivor, best modified, best Saturday night driver,
Cool.
Best engine, best interior. So, I mean, it's a pretty long list. So
Cool.
a lot of winners, and then we, throughout the day, we're going around and taking pictures of you next to your car, and you'll get a copy of that. And so we've had some pretty good winners over the years, and this year we're going to have the up front. We'll have the winners line, so all the winners from the past will be right up front.
Right on.
Yeah, they were remodeling parts of the church the last couple of years, and what the original plan was we're going to get whoever won best in show the previous year would get to park their car in the lobby of the church.
Oh, right on.
And
very cool.
They were in the middle of building, and so they kind of couldn't do that. So the front line is always a good one. People who've won, they'll be right up front, right across from the stage. So that way they're out in the
Cool.
in the show as well, and people can come see them and everything like that. So yeah, it should be a great one. Let's see, what else was I going to ask? So, let's go back over the food again for just a second. The taco truck. This food is always good. The taco truck is coming back. The Shave Ice guys are coming back, and who was the other one?
Sedge's Hot Dogs, which was a big hit last year. And and the taco truck does breakfast burritos, and then like I say, new this year is crepes. So because it's morning and something that we haven't had, and and there's treats for the kids. Everybody that attends, the show and that day, they give a dad's root beer out. And we're really there. We're there to celebrate. We're there to celebrate the dads, and make it a good family day. So,
Yeah, it is really a terrific time now. And again, like Bob said earlier, you can pre-register right now. You could go to the website
Yep.
and do
Oh,
that. The
okay.
website
What
is,
is the website? What's the website?
as a matter of fact, I'm going to run it down below. It'll be on your screen by the time you see this show.
All right,
It
cool.
is valleyreallife.com. You go there, vrl.com, and you'll find it. And just go to the events page. And again, the show, it's June 16th, 2024. The Father's Day car show, it's got a big logo right in it. We're going to pause just for a second right here, and I'm going to run that on the screen for about 5 seconds. And there it was. So now you got all the questions that you need to know or need to get answered on screen, and we'll run the link as well.
The
So
magic of Brady.
the magic,
Yeah.
the magic of technology, which I've barely mastered. Let's see what else is important about this thing. This
Well,
is
we're giving out prizes throughout the day. You know,
that's right. The door
our
prize.
wonderful MC will be handing out Brady. Yours, he does an awesome job for us, and we're very fortunate and blessed to have him out there. He's brought a new element to the show, so we thank you, Brady, for that.
Well,
And
I appreciate that, Bob. Thank you.
but we get some prizes that are donated, and there's some pretty neat stuff. We've got decal
Yeah.
packages and
Oh yeah.
tool kits and just different things that any guy would
Cool.
want, right? So
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's a bunch of car stuff and
Awesome.
some other pretty cool stuff too. I remember some of the prizes last year. I was frankly a little bit surprised that really, I mean, this is a $200 something, and they just donated it to the show, and somebody took
yeah,
it. Pretty cool.
yeah,
I know that either the Napa stores, I'm going to say something about them because they generally do this. They'll give you one of those buckets full of car care products,
yeah,
and the
Right.
Napa bucket, and I mean that's $250 worth of stuff. And here
Right
you
on.
go, and somebody takes it home. It's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and the again, all of the clubs locally, obviously they're all welcome. More and more show up each year, and I just can't say enough nice things about the clubs because they're respectful and they show up on time and they do what they do and they have good displays and good interesting things on their cars. I know several people who know they're going to do that show. And if they're going to have some little adjustment that they're going to make to their car or some new thing they're going to put on the build, they wait until just before the show and they have it finished so they can come, and that's where they debut it. And that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I walked around last year a couple of times and said, I've seen this car before, but I didn't see this. He said, nah, I just did it for the show. So
Yeah.
Cool.
it's fun to see stuff like that. Well, Bob,
And I think a lot of people like the fact that we end at 2:00. So that
yeah,
if they've got a barbecue or something they want to go do with the
right.
family, they can get done by 2. A lot of times,
Sure.
what happens is they'll come in and they'll come to the first service, and then after service they'll go out and so there's a pretty steady flow of people throughout the day. And
Yeah.
So the show actually ends at 2 then?
Yeah.
yeah, mhm.
Yeah, it
Cool.
starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, ends at 2. And I mean, it's an easy day. And plus, because it's Father's Day, then you can do that in the morning. And then if you got family stuff you're going to do in the afternoon, people do that. And it works out really, really well.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So one more time, it is coming up on Father's Day of 2024. That'll be Sunday, June 16th, and opens at 7 o'clock in the morning. It is Valley Real Life Church in Spokane Valley, just south of I-90 off the Barker exit. You cannot miss it, and really, you shouldn't miss it because it's a great show.
No. Sounds
Bob
like
will
a
be
lot
there.
of fun.
I'll be there. Ron will be there. We'll all be there.
I'll try and do my
Yep,
best.
we'll be there. Yep.
It'll be terrific. Bob, thanks a bunch. Appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate all you do, and look forward to another great year.
Yep, we'll do it. Hi, I'm Brady Wright. I'm the founder of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame, and I got some big news coming up that I think you'll want to know about. Now, if you're a car person and you're in Idaho, especially North Idaho, you probably are aware of the organization, but just in case you're not, what we do is we recognize hot rodders, clubs, and people who support the sport of hot rodding all through the state of Idaho. It is for Idaho people only. Every year we have an awards banquet that recognizes a hot rodder of the year, a young rodder of the year, and a car club of the year throughout the state of Idaho. Now, you probably wonder, how do people get nominated and how do they get the award? Well, the nominations come from you. If you go to our website, that's Idahof, IDAHHOF.org. There is a nomination form there. You can download it, or you can send an email to idahof@gmail.com, and we'll send you one for yourself. And when you send them in, all of the board gets together once a year, usually in the fall, and we decide who's going to get nominated and who's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame for that year. Now, our banquet is coming up in about 2 months. We're looking to do it in about September, so you have July and August to fill out your nominations and get them into us. It's real important. The nominations are self-explanatory. The form is real clear, and if you fill it out as completely as possible, whoever you nominate or whichever club you nominate has a pretty good chance of getting in. We induct one hot rodder of the year, one young rodder of the year, and one club of the year every year. But you can put your nominations in at any time. If we don't choose the person you've nominated, for example, this year, they may get in next year. Just depends on who else gets nominated. It's idahof@gmail.com or Idahof, IDAHHOF.org on the web. We're also on Facebook. If you have questions, you can ask them right there. We look forward to getting your nominations in, but do hurry. We need them by the end of August 2023.
That was fun.
It's going to be a great show.
It's going to be fun.
I don't know how you have any more fun than that. I mean, the food has always been great. Car show food sometimes is a little uneven. You get good, you get bad. It's always been great, and I'm afraid I might just have to have a crepe. I don't know what they're going to do. I've not seen that guy before.
I like air shows. I can't wait to see the biplanes and stuff going on there. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, the biplanes came over last year.
Yeah.
They did some aerobatic stuff and had some
cool.
fun. But it's just, I mean, they're only about 500 feet off the deck. They fly as low as they can and still be, legal.
That's awesome.
You're out in the middle of a big, sort of a valley, and they're right there. They're right up, right.
That's cool.
And they make 2 or 3 passes and they head off. And we try to, announcing what they're doing is hopeless. We do the names and stuff,
right?
And what the planes
are,
right? But they can hear if you applaud and yell and scream. But this year, I think I'm going to have everybody honk their horns.
Great idea. That's a great idea.
Definitely hear that. So we'll
Heck yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good show, and hopefully the weather will cooperate. It usually has. I don't think we've ever had a bad day.
Well, it's middle of June. Come on.
Yeah, and tell you what, this is northern Idaho where I'm at, and it's actually snowed on the 4th of July occasionally. So it doesn't stink.
We're not in Western Washington. We're Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
It's going to be nicer.
It's pretty
always
cool.
is. Cool. Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I hope you can make it. I hope you and some of the club guys maybe
I'm going to do my best. I'll see if I can get some folks to come with me.
Yeah, you never can. And you know what? You guys got a place to stay if you want. So, we got a guest room.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, we'll do another one of these next week. I appreciate you coming on board.
Thank you, sir.
All right, good man. See you later.
See you, bud.
That's it for this episode of the Hot Rod Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our show, and we appreciate it if you smash those notification buttons too, so you'll know when a new one drops. For Ron Foreman, I'm Brady Wright. This has been the Hot Rod Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.